We've got this special spot down at Cronulla. If you walk around the rocks, there's a little sheltered, almost cove place.
Well, we get to spend time with Dad and write him little messages. If it's his birthday, we'd write happy birthday. If it's Father's Day, happy Father's Day.
Bree met Bree Till, who she called JT, as a 21-year-old. In 2008, they married not far from this spot in Sydney South.
It's the smile and it's the laugh. Knock the frowns off 100 faces. He absolutely was adored as a genuine and selfless, kind person.
14 years ago, Sergeant Till was deployed to Afghanistan. An explosive ordnance expert, he was dedicated to keeping his fellow soldiers safe.
He held them in high regard, and as a consequence of the values that he has, any man would follow him. Any soldier, any person.
Following 9/11, Australia joined the US-led coalition in an attempt to remove the Taliban from power. In 2009, Bree Till was one of more than 1,500 Aussie troops in Afghanistan, and back home, Bree had some good news.
That was my first pregnancy. I was petrified, but also super excited. I managed to get it through on one of the last phone calls before he went on the mission that they were doing, so that he was able to know. I'd sent over a little booty in the mail and kept the other one, and that mail came back home. He didn't get that, but he did get to know, yeah.
In the early hours of Thursday, the 18th of March 2009, Brett died in an explosion. He was just 31.
This brave and courageous soldier died while attempting to make safe an improvised explosive device in order to protect his mates.
There are no words for the enormity of the darkness and the spans that is grief, and that is carrying pain and carrying family and trying to carry yourself through that as well.
Bree was then 8 weeks pregnant and also mum to 2 children from Brett's previous relationship. Today, the son Brett never got to meet is 13 and an Air Force cadet.
Ziggy's a little rock star. He's humble and he's kind and he's generous, and he's also a pain, like a good solid 13-year-old pain, which is what we need. I don't need perfect child. I need him to tick all the milestones. But he's the kid who will hold my hand and tell me, I just love that we get to do this together.
Ziggy spent last week at an RAAF base just outside Newcastle.
My mum was a cadet when she was younger, and then I joined just to keep the legacy going.
It's this beautiful kind of intersection between his dad and his mum, and we get to do that together.
Long before joining the cadets, Ziggy was well aware of the sacrifice of service people like his father.
Really proud. Yeah, he died what he loved doing, I think.
It's difficult to talk about, but Bree is always by Ziggy's side.
The reason that it's hard to talk about is because you didn't get to meet him. Of course, everything that you offer is beautiful, okay? Love you.
I struggle even still to conceptualise, let alone verbalise, the extent that grief is and that these big concepts are. So for a 13-year-old kid, all we can do is, I guess, protect and preserve and push back the weeds and just allow the sunshine, you know, that's it.
While many of us were still sleeping, Ziggy and Bree were busy preparing for this morning's dawn service.
This year's the first time that Ziggy and I will be dressed up in uniform together and marching with his medals.
Oh, mate, pectorals, look out.
Oh, look at you. Love you.
Bree is happy seeing Ziggy wear the medals of the man she loves, something he's been doing since he was just a baby.
It makes me feel closer to Dad. Just wish I got to meet him.
Representing the Australian War Widows, New South Wales, Ms Bree Till.
In the presence of thousands at this morning's dawn service in Sydney's Martin Place, it was Ziggy who recited the words synonymous with ANZAC Day.
Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, We will remember them.
Proud of his dad, proud of his mother, proud of the sacrifices that untold thousands and their families have made for our country.
Important for people to recognise ANZAC Day, people who have served, people who have died serving.
So ANZAC Day is one day, but GT is missed all of the days. So every day his dad's not there. Every day we don't get to share that burden or the joys that come with being a parent.
Back at their sacred spot in Cronulla, Bree and Ziggy are folding their notes into paper aeroplanes.
It's just, well, you get to have a moment as a family together.
We'll stand at the water's edge and we'll have already engaged in this dance between the water and each other, and we throw it in and there's this release. There's this moment of calm as the waves will wash over the words and push it all out and take them off into the abyss. So wherever he lies, we're always connected in that way.
What a truly sad, tragic story.
I'm a mess.
But just to hear what Bree and Ziggy have gone through, you know, for all of Ziggy's life, but what they're feeling today, they talk about carrying the weight of that grief. Yeah. And I hope that they can, you know, see us here, see everyone watching at home, feel everyone maybe taking a little bit of that weight today, because it is just about everyone sharing in that grief and thanking you for the ultimate sacrifice today.
And what an incredible woman Bree is, right? Wow. And Ziggy, his dad would be so immensely proud of him. What a beautiful, beautiful story.
Well, Legacy, of course, continues to be a huge support for veterans' families, including Ziggy and Bree's. If you want to find out how you can donate to help them continue their work, head to our website.